Hello there, my name is Phernivy and thanks for clicking on my video. So in today's video, I tried to make a sort of like cape house in Brindleton Bay. I'm not really sure. I was just kind of going with the flow. Like I say in my other videos, if you watch some of my other speed builds, I go in with a sort of like idea or a concept of one like specific part of a house that I want, and then the rest I kind of just wing, to be honest with you. So basically going into this house, it's in Brindleton Bay, kind of near some of the nicer, richer houses. So I wanted it to look like it would fit in the neighborhood, obviously. I wanted it to be a little bit more modern because I've been doing a lot of sort of like woodsy cabin-y homes, like barn houses and things like that. So I wanted to try and furnish it a little more modern than I usually do. And the concept that I had with this was walking into the front door and then you can see straight into the living room, and then you look up, there's a balcony and you can see upstairs. So that's basically what I wanted to do. I'm realizing now that I do a lot of balconies in my builds, but I just love that kind of being able to like overlook and see the house or like look up. I don't know. I like balconies in homes. So that's basically what I'm trying to do right now. I don't know why, but it was giving me such a hard time for some reason. I couldn't fit the stairs properly and it just was not working for me. I finally figured it out, but in this video, obviously it looks like it just took me like 20 seconds, but in reality it was like 5 minutes trying to sit there and figure out what the heck was going on. But anyway, I'm just trying to, again, figure out the layout, I know that I wanted to do these sort of like framed doorways. I was just trying to figure out which ones I wanted. Do I keep those or not? I'm not sure. I guess we're gonna find out. But yeah, so I did the white stairs with the with some really nice railings and like fencing. And right now I'm just trying to space out and figure out how I want the upstairs layout to be as well as the downstairs. So then now we're at the roofing situation. Again, this took me a really long time. It's not going to seem like it did because this is sped up, but it took me a really long time. And I, for one, am not very good at roofs. Like take a look at that. Like that looks so bad. Like, and I even said it to myself, like, that looks terrible. So I was like, oh, well, let's try and do some like cool, like trick. Like, I don't know, let's try and put some like of this in the middle of it. No, like that looks stupid as well. It basically, when I got to the roofing part, I looked at the house and I was like, okay, great. It's a big square. It's just a big square house. I'm like, how am I gonna do any sort of roofing to this? Like, it's gonna look so lame. It's not even gonna make any sense. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to figure out how to not make this look terrible. Because one, I'm not strong at roofs anyway, but it didn't look that good. I don't know. And I don't even really remember what I end up doing. Oh, okay. So there's this thing that people are doing with the Brindleton Bay roofs. It's like, I don't know what you call that, but it kind of looks like a cape roof. Like a lot of houses in the Cape have that. I live near the Cape. I live in Boston, so I see a lot of houses with that and a lot of farmhouses as well. Took me forever to try and figure that out. It didn't look like it took me that long, but that took me a very long time. Yeah, because this is sped up by like 6 minutes. How long did this take me? I mean, not 6 minutes. It's sped up by like, it's 6 times. So if that took me 2 minutes, 2 times 6, 12 minutes. That actually took me 12 minutes. But I'm trying to figure out how long it actually took me to build. I really can't remember. Maybe 2.5 hours. Maybe 2 hours, probably 2 hours. But yeah, anyway, so I finished up the roof. I think it looks decent. Not the strongest roofer but I mean, whatever. I did what I could do and I was okay with it, so. But yeah, so now I'm working on kind of like the front pathway, just trying to make it look good. I added that like silver iron fencing to it. I don't know, I thought that looked really pretty. And then now I'm just adding in some windows. And some doors. Yeah, sometimes I tend to go overboard with windows, but I've been doing pretty good. I had a little bit of an issue with the windows in the front just because they weren't fitting how I wanted them to, and when they looked okay, it just ended up being too many windows, and I wasn't happy with it. So yeah, I was working on this front window scheme for a while. Like, you see, it's kind of like all off, and then the two just on the sides looked weird. I don't know, I didn't like it. But I do like that window that I added to that kind of like tower. It's kind of like just like an open concept, just like a frame, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, you can see I'm going through a bunch of different windows, and then I did that, but it just seemed like way too many windows in the front. So I added that like half circle, and then I just ended up doing the 4. And I was like, all right, whatever, I'm happy with it, I'm gonna keep it. So I'm going to add some wallpaper now. Like I said, I was going for more of like a cape house. I don't know, I say cape, but I what does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know that terminology. Like, I said it in some other videos, like people say like modern houses and cape. Like, yeah, I have like a general idea of what that means, but I don't really know. I just kind of build what looks decent, what looks nice. I'm not the strongest builder, but that's also another reason why I'm doing these, is so I can, improve my skills. But I wanted the interior to look a little more sleek, a little more modern. So I did do the, like the painted walls with the, what do you call that? Do you call that crown molding? Crown molding, I think? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But I did the like baby blue living room with like the plush white carpet and like a lot of whites and neutrals and like kind of like baby blues and like light pinks, things like that. And that's what I did for this house. I thought the living room looked really, really cute, especially with that rug. I really liked it. And then the coffee table with the white and the glass top, it was really, really cute. And then I did that little corner so I could specifically have this little like breakfast nook bench. And then for the countertops, did I go with the white? Oh no, so I think it's like a gray cabinet and a white marble top. I was gonna do the blue, but I didn't want it to be like a themed house. Like, the living room was already blue. Like, I didn't want it to be like blue living room, blue bathroom, blue kitchen. Like, I didn't want it to be like that. So I chose to do the gray countertops. Yeah, and I guess I do end up keeping the like the oval entryways. I do like those though. They do look nice. And then I did the islands. I did that like breakfast nook with the table and the 2 chairs. And yeah, I keep seeing people in their builds doing this trick where they'll put like they'll put the object like already in the air and then put the countertop. But I guess it doesn't work with like appliances like that. It really only works with, what am I thinking of? With like clutter and things like that and plants. I did not know that, so I was sitting there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, why isn't this working? Why isn't the coffee pot just like floating? Like, I have the BB move objects, like what's going on? Then I tried the microwave, didn't work for the microwave. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's just not for appliances. It can only be for like objects or whatever. So I was downstairs going into the like dining area next, and it just seemed way too elongated. So I ended up just pushing that inward, and that looks so much better. I did, again, the really sleek glass top with the white legs, some really nice white chairs. And I'm just adding in some like accent tables with little knickknacks. I like using the like trophy objects to kind of like clutter up the house. I just think it's like a nice touch. There's not a lot of clutter that I really like. I don't know, like they have like the little statues and stuff. I do use those, but they're not my favorite. And then this is gonna be the downstairs bathroom. I know it's a little like awkward, and I guess just because it's like you have to go to the bathroom through the dining area. I don't know if that's like a weird thing or not. It's not typical, but whatever. That's just how it ended up being. So I put the bathroom in there, and I thought it looked nice. Again, it's just a lot of this build is going to be like very neutral, very is this modern? Like, is this what you call modern, or just kind of, you know, like that like neutral aesthetic. I do add in pops of color here and there. Then there is 2 kids' bedrooms upstairs that you did see the wallpaper that I put in earlier. It was like a bright green, and was it like a bright orange or something? But yeah, so that was like really big pops of color, and I don't really stick to neutrals in their bedroom. So for the entranceway, I added a carpet, a blue one, and just a coat rack and a couple of shoe racks. And again, there's a like I always do when there's dead space and I don't know what to put, I just end up throwing in a bookshelf or 2, because I'm like, I don't really know what to put here. Let's put a bookshelf. It's fine. I mean, can't go wrong with a bookshelf. So yeah, when I put the 2 bookshelves down, the one on the left was lighter than the one on the right, but it was the same swatch. Can anybody tell me why that is? I was sitting there like trying to figure that out. I have no idea why it looked like that. The bookshelf on the left was lighter than the one on the right, or it was a different color. It looked like a completely different color, but it was the same swatch. Like I really could not tell you why that happened. So this is the master bedroom. I did sort of like a plummy burgundy color for the walls. Again, neutrals, so a lot of gray tones and whites. I did the gray carpeting, white, gray bed. And I'm just adding some of the wall lights up here now. I added a TV into the bedroom as well. And then I did a couple of just white armchairs and a little wall bookshelf. So this is the master bathroom. It's pretty large, and it has that like really awkward little nook. But usually when I have a nook like that, I'll add the toilet. But when I was furnishing the rest of like the bathroom, I realized there was really no room for the shower, so I ended up throwing the shower in the nook, and that just looks way better. Like it suits that space. That's exactly what was supposed to be there, so good thing I put it there. So I put the shower in the nook. I wanted the really nice jacuzzi tub. I did the really nice countertops. I keep saying really, the really nice countertops, really, this really. I was just about to say I really like that mirror, but I do. It's like the really long rectangular one with the 2 lights on the sides. I enjoy that one a lot. And then I put in a couple of laundry baskets in there just to kind of fill up some space. Put some towels on the countertops. And I was just adding a few touches of color in there. So I did the turquoise carpet or like bath mat. And then I did the sunflower painting. So we're in the kids' rooms now. That was the first time I've ever seen that like iron bed. I've never seen that before. That must be from the Parenthood. Really, really cute. And then that light post is, or the lamp is just that really large like chess piece, but I downsized it. And then I'm putting a bunch of posters on the walls. Yeah, so for the this kids' room, really bold, bright colors. I really, really like it. I added that, it's like a project kit. I've never seen that as well, but it had like a lot of like rectangles around it, if you know what I mean. Like it required a lot of space. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to actually do or use that because it's so close to the side table. If you hear any weird rustles or noises, or like I'm like moving around in my chair, so sorry if it's like distracting. But anyway, so I downsized that dollhouse, which I'm so happy they added the downsize option, because those dollhouses are so incredibly large and obnoxious. It's really nice to be able to downsize it and be able to just fit it in the kids' room. I haven't actually played with the downsized dollhouse yet though, so I don't know how the interaction with the actual sim is gonna look, if it's gonna look glitchy or not. But yeah, so I'm just going around adding the trash can. And again, like most of my builds, I forgot curtains. It's so funny because whenever I go into a build, I always tell myself like, okay, I gotta remember to add curtains because I always forget. And then by the time it kind of like gets to that, because I always furnish first and then I'd add the curtains, but by the time it's like it gets to that point, nope, totally forgot, like always. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I forgot curtains in this build. I do have this build up on the gallery if you want to download it. I'll leave my origin ID down below. It is Phernivy, just like my YouTube channel name, but if you don't know how to spell it, I'll leave it down below. Yeah, so right now I'm just doing some landscaping as best as I can do. I'm not the best at it, but I sure do try. I mean, I guess that's how I'm gonna get better at it, right? Just keep doing it. So yeah, I liked how that turned out though. And then I'm gonna add in a couple of trees here and there. And that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions for future builds, you can leave that down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.